All right, hello everyone. It is Mystic Juicer with some Yomi action. We have play-ins action in IYL5. So this is a contest. Believe it's still first to three. Yeah, best of five. Yeah, between Southpaw Hare and Jadiel, who are the 4th and 5th place finishers in the Morningstar Sanctuary pool. That is the same pool that I am playing in. So 4th and 5th place play, and then the winner of that gets to play 3rd place for a chance at participation in the playoffs. 1st and 2nd place automatically qualify. Heck yes, you do. I'm very excited to see what we will see. Jadiel very likely to be playing DeGray, the beefy lawyer man. I think I don't know. I think we probably see BBB from Southpaw Hare. He has been leading BBB pretty pretty consistently throughout this tournament and other tournaments. Here we go. We're kicking it off. Okay, we see Zane from Southpaw Hare. Interesting. Okay. He's got his serious hat on. he doesn't want to risk playing BBB against when his life is on the line. Ooh, starting off with some big plays from Jadiel. I like that. Southpaw Hare looks like he is playing against a player he does not know what to expect from. So doing some blocking, trying to play some conservative stuff. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 2 attack come out here. Okay, that works as well. The king will beat the 5 clean. Knocking DeGray to the ground. See if we see another block here from Southpaw Hare. See if he's looking to bait a king. Could also see a 6. He did block with a 6, so the 6 is known. So he could play some mix-up games, playing either the 6 or the 9. Probably at this point I would play the 9 to try to go for some strange shenanigans. See what ends up happening. Okay, does go for the dodge. Interesting. Wants to get stuff going quickly. Uh-oh, flip for 50? No, okay. Not quite. Someday we will see a tournament set won by second turn dodge into silent anarchy off of ace flip off shenanigans. And on that day, I think 19XX gets a lot of new entrants. Okay. Nice. Like to see Jadiel blocking here, taking a moment to settle down, realizing that, hey, okay, Southpaw Hare has not yet thrown me. If he does throw me, it at least costs him a few more cards than if he were to win off of an attack. So I can afford to pump the brakes a little bit here. Just settle down, get some more options in hand. Ooh, okay. He is going to be able to win this contest by flipping that around. He'll regenerate that card with normal draw, and then he will be back up to 7 cards in hand after that. Connects. See how Southpaw Hare responds. Does not face down, and Jadiel does not follow that up. Okay, interesting. Typically, a lot of the DeGray players that I know or have heard like speak about kind of DeGray theory typically reserve the 7 for when, they won't play the 7 unless they need to win combat, A, and B, they have a really strong follow-up to it. You know, the reasoning being like, oh, okay, you know, we've got this very, very strong card. It can win combat an immense amount of the time. You know, it's a throw that beats all other throws, essentially. So, you know, when you do play it, you want to make sure that you get a lot of value out of that. Okay, gets the combo into knockdown here. Very nice life lead, 34 hit points of life lead here for Southpaw Hare. So I would expect that Southpaw Hare will just go for a cross-up meaty normal here. Try to find something. Let's see, he's played the 6 already, I think, that he blocked with. Okay, yeah, hits him with the 9. That pile bunker was very unlikely to hit anything. I suppose at this point you could play kind of risky with Zane and go for a throw to option select either even or odd block. And, you know, if you're wrong, you just get hit with, you know, you just get hit with king. But no reason to not play safe stuff at this point for Southpaw Hare. He's got a lot of pressure off of meaty situations. He doesn't really need to risk something as crazy as throwing on his opponent's knockdown and accidentally getting bunked. Nice. I like the 10 block there. Zane is now on a 5-card hand. He's still going to kill off of basically everything. And my god, does everything he does deals immense amounts of chip. Jesus Christ. But if Jadiel's going to make a comeback, it can happen here. Southpaw Hare might have a constrained enough hand that he can mix him up on knockdown, that sort of thing. And just generally convert off of a bunch of different options. If Southpaw Hare has a king or a dodge, he probably spends one of those here. Okay, went for the throw and gets the ace dodge. And that is a very quick game 1. All right, can Jadiel turn this around? So first of all, will he counterpick? Will he switch to another character? Yes, he will. Switches to Troc. Good stuff. And now, I was going to say, you know, can he use his range in the first game to kind of mislead Southpaw Hare a bit? It's a little bit less effective when you switch to a new character because, you know, the way you play in a disadvantaged matchup versus the way you play in an advantaged matchup doesn't always tell you the same things. You know, depending on the change between the an attempt was made. Doesn't always tell you kind of how you are going to play in something else. Depending on the difference between the characters, you might have completely different kind of incentives in terms of the ranges that you would typically play. So that can also muddy the waters a little bit. But so far, what I would think as Southpaw Hare, if I don't have any other significant experience against Jadiel to fall back on, as I would say, you know, he goes for high risk plays when he's down. He's not opposed to putting out very risky moves at basically all stages of the game, whether it's very close to ending or very close in the beginning. So what I would do with that information is probably just say, oh, okay, what I'm going to do is I will play mostly safe options. I'll mix in as much blocking as I can do and think I can get away with, and just generally play really conservative Yomi. Okay, and we're essentially seeing that here. He's playing a largely anti-throw range. Okay, that's not a bad shenanigans for Jadiel. Getting rid of the Joker means that if he can get that second attached block, his Beast Unleashed becomes that much more effective. That was not a significant amount of damage. He lost that combat, but only took, basically he's only down 10 health. He's still up a card. Zane is sitting on a 7-card hand, which is not low, but it's not super high either. Ooh, yeah. I wish Jadiel was putting out just a few more not face cards. I mean, face cards would also work. Queen or Jack would also be very, very effective in these situations as well. But playing that 5 as an attack, even playing the 8, although he did use that as a block, but even playing the 8 as an attack against Zane is not terrible, especially if it's a Zane who is willing to play 9s in neutral. Which he definitely has to do to a certain extent. He doesn't always have a 6 or a 7 in hand, and when he wants to beat a king in neutral, but not a bad idea to stick a couple of those out to duff those slow Zane normals. I do like the fact that he's not being discouraged from throwing, though. That is very important to indicate. Southpaw Hare is, again, playing fairly conservative here, so he went for a couple of attacks in a row, and he's like, okay, you're probably sick of being attacked, so I'm just going to dodge your queen, and then we'll get the party started. Nice block here again, getting rid of a pretty important Zane tool, taking 4 chip damage. Again, that's ridiculous. But he's got 2 attached blocks now. His normal strings are going to be massively painful. His throws, he can now throw into 20 for 2 cards, which is great. We've seen 2 jacks disappear, although jacks, again, I don't think are tremendously important in this matchup for Zane, as they do activate Trock's kings. His king-queen mix-up becomes incredibly deadly when he's on his back. This is a really nice turn of events. He's going to pay for this with a bit of chip damage, but he's going to inflict the exact same amount and knock down his opponent. So he's got a good opportunity to capitalize off of this. Expect to see Southpaw Hare wake up with a 2 or a 3 probably. Could also spend a joker here to try to get some aces in hand, although he has 1 joker already in the discard, which makes that a little bit less likely. Jadiel has been steadfastly blocking. He's got a massive hand now. He is playing game plan AAA to a T. Okay, smoke him if you got him. Southpaw Hare just plays another king. The known ace in Southpaw Hare's discard is very important because it does mean that Anarchy cannot be silent. Jadiel is sitting at fairly low hit points, but it is not a terrible hand to be in. Ooh, that's an unfortunate hand to get rid of. He does not, as a result of this change, or this exchange, I don't think Southpaw Hare respects king at all. That's 2 kings at the bottom of his deck now, 1 already spent. And there was also a fair amount of, let's see, we had a jack, we had double ace. Okay, put single ace in hand. Could indicate that he's got 2. See if Southpaw Hare respects this or plays maximally disrespectful. So the options he has, he can dodge, just go for more knockdown and more damage, because he's there's no way that he can Beast Unleashed from this position unless he Creator Destroyed her into exactly the other 2 aces and then powered up for the 3rd one, but that's very, very unlikely, and this could be all she wrote. There was no joker in that hand, so the likelihood that he has drawn into 1 at this point is very high. Southpaw Hare may want to just hold back on this, or possibly just put a jack on the table to continue the pressure. What will we see? No, chooses to follow through. Ooh, right choice. A lot of damage on that one. No knockdown though, so Jadiel has the option of dodge into Beast Unleashed if he's got the aces in hand, but again, very, very unlikely. So he had a 3, 6, 9 card hand, so there would have been, yeah, top 20 cards, so it's very unlikely, yeah. Ooh, and just closes out with a 3. No dodges from... Wow, that's a hell of a shenanigans. No dodges from Jadiel, and it's pretty likely that he would have had one. I guess he was counter throwing, but I don't think he's made the adjustment to the fact that Southpaw Hare is just playing very, very conservative. I think Southpaw Hare has thrown him twice. Has just played a lot of red cards. Because Jadiel, he's sensing that Jadiel is hungry for the throws. Oof. It's a rough exchange. I don't disagree with the idea, though. It does probably indicate the fact that Jadiel doesn't have a 4 or a 5 in hand, which is some information we should look out for, because the 4 and 5 are just safer plays. Basically, no reason, even if you have the 6, 7, 8, no reason not to lead the 5 instead of the 6. 6 just loses to that one more card than the 5 does. So some good damage off of that. 22 points. And still sitting at 6 cards in hand. Jadiel has the mix-up here. Pressure off of King. Okay, just gets up with a block. Nice. Uses the threat of King throw. Actually, yeah, the block from Southpaw Hare definitely indicating that he was expecting a wake-up jack or a queen. And Jadiel going to block City. Saying, okay, you're playing a lot of red cards. I'm just going to sit here, get my my Beast Unleashed activated. And again, blocking with the 7 very much indicates that he has the 8 in hand as well. I was looking for that straight early on. Nice, gets the attached block. Southpaw Hare still too nervous to really commit to throwing here. And Jadiel goes up to 10 cards. See if Southpaw Hare is willing to be thrown. He is. Catches another 7 block from Jadiel. Face down from Jadiel. I hope that's not a real one. Definitely too early to be spending jokers, I feel. Yeah, Southpaw Hare, flip nothing. No reason to follow that up. Probably would have been just as happy to see any card come out of Jadiel's hand. The reason I wouldn't joker, especially on throws, is you're just minimizing far less damage. Save it for a cross-up or something. Save it for when your opponent has anarchy and is playing dodge games with you, that kind of stuff. Okay, no face down, so Southpaw Hare goes in with damage. Works himself to a 40 hit point life lead. Looking like a dominating game so far. See if Jadiel can turn this around. Now, unfortunately for Jadiel, if he does win this game, he is going to be facing off against BBB in the next match. I have no doubt. Yep. Rough trade for Trock there. Takes 10 damage, sits down. Mix-up opportunity for Zane, although again, Jadiel has the real threats, the twin threats of Queen or King here. Nice, lands a Queen, start making that comeback. Southpaw Hare may now think, okay, well, you played the Queen instead of the King, maybe you just don't have any Kings. Could be a good opportunity for Jadiel to just play one here, get 15 free damage. Okay, nice. Gets the block off instead. Double attached blocks. Knockdown against Southpaw Hare's Zane. And now's where you start thinking as Southpaw Hare, as the winning character, as the winning player in the set. You go, okay, well, what are the odds that he really expects wake up throw here? How much is he looking desperately for damage versus, that's a pretty bold wake up, but yeah, definitely catches the right the right Yomi layer to punish Jadiel. Luckily, he doesn't flip too much damage, so the worst he can get off of this is 10 into Jack. Does he have the Jack? Nope, just tags on a 3 to find any amount of damage, putting Jadiel at 12. Okay, powers up 2 dodges. 2 blocks. I would expect to see Southpaw Hare dodge here, probably. Well, if if he has a Joker, he just plays attacks forever. That is the safest possible thing he can do. The worst that happens is that Jadiel instead, like Queen, Queen, Jack, Ace, Ace, and then just brings him, kills him when he's expecting to be Beast Unleashed. But yeah, looks like he caught on to the fact that Jadiel was getting impatient, was probably too worried about dodging, and that should be it, unless we've got another Joker from Jadiel, and no face down. That is going to be the set. So nicely played to Southpaw Hare, clean sweep, and he will go on to take a similar set against Scymrian, and in order to qualify for IYL5 playoffs. So thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy yourself some Yomi. Cheers.